Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, September 21. Parents of students sitting the Primary Exit Profile (PEP) are being assured that sufficient materials will be provided to adequately prepare students for the upcoming assessment. Sample items and practice materials are to be made available to the education system and will be accessible free of cost, says Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid.
Well, what I want to say categorically, there's really no shortage of material, right? Because I repeat, the curriculum has been made available, and the content, which is what is it that the student need to know, is already contained in the textbook that we have in the system. There's no need for any new textbook. We haven't approved any new textbook.
The National Standards curriculum aims to enhance the quality of education offered to learners and improve the general academic performance, attitude, and behavior of students. Minister Reid was addressing the concerns of some parents who had purchased workbooks designed for the obsolete Grade 6 Achievement Test, GSAT, at this week's meeting of the Rotary Club of Portmore. He has urged parents not to panic, as the ministry will provide the core curriculum texts for the primary school system. PEP replaces GSAT as the National Secondary School Entrance Assessment and comprises a performance task, ability test, and a curriculum-based test. Students who entered Grade 6 in September 2018 will make up the first PEP cohort. The Education Ministry has been training teachers for implementation of the assessment. The country has earned $10.7 million from bauxite mining operations at the Noranda plant since 2016. The earnings were generated from a novation agreement with New Day Aluminum, which will see the firm operating the plant for 25 years. A review of the profit-sharing arrangement between the state and New Day will be undertaken every 3 years. The first appraisal is to be conducted in July 2019. Mining Minister Robert Montego gave those details during the question and answer segment at Wednesday's sitting of the House of Representatives. Mr. Montego also gave updates on mining agreements with other companies operating on the island.
Now that the industry is a lot more buoyant, we are moving to treat with and to recover as much as is possible. So that is why Windalco's application to the Ministry of Finance for an extension in their waiver was turned down. And we are looking, for example, at Jamalco. They are making some claims, and the Bauxite Institute has already indicated that they have an amount of $8 million outstanding, and we are moving to recover it.
St. Elizabeth is the next parish on the government's agenda that will receive the development of an agri-economic zone which will help farmers maximize the industry. This was disclosed by Minister without Portfolio in the Agriculture Ministry, J.C. Hutchinson, at the Bethlehem Moravian College's annual commencement ceremony in Malvern last Wednesday. The agroeconomic zone will consist of a complex that has facilities where grading, drying, packaging, and processing will be carried out.
We are looking at the vision that hopefully by next year we will be able to set up our first agroeconomic zone in St. Elizabeth, whereby the farmers in the parish here will know that they have a ready market for whatever they grow.
Minister Hutchinson also pledged to assist with the development of the farm at the Moravian College through the Agricultural Push Start program, where they will not only receive seeds but also 2 water tanks. The institution is expected to receive the necessary support by latest October. The National Solid Waste Management Authority (NSWMA) is on a drive to rid the country of illegal dump sites. The agency yesterday carried out its latest raid of removing improperly disposed waste, this time along Arnold Road in Kingston. Executive Director at the NSWMA, Audley Gordon, says it is becoming a normal activity for citizens to dump and litter on open lots and along roadways. He says more prosecution measures as well as a nationwide campaign will be coming on stream to prevent persons from carrying out this illegal activity.
That will see us more visible out there, and we'll see us doing more stakeout operations, and we will catch someone and they will pay. Already we have done a number of prosecutions in this regard.
Some illegal dump sites have had to be cleared up to 3 times in a month, costing the country millions of dollars to collect, transport, and dispose of waste. Still on solid waste, the National Council on Ocean and Coastal Zone Management has expressed its full support for the government's announcement on the ban on single-use plastic bags, straws, and styrofoam, which is to take effect in its first phase January 1, 2019. The multi-agency council is tasked with, among other things, formulating marine sector policies and sensitizing the public to the importance of the marine sector to the sustainable development of Jamaica. It is estimated that worldwide over 350 million metric tons of plastic material is produced each year and 10 million ends up in the ocean. This contributes greatly to the declining health of the ocean and its resources. Scientists predict that by 2030 there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean. The Council has committed to assisting with the public education campaign and has designated Council member Professor Mona Weber, Director for the Center of Marine Sciences at the University of the West Indies, Mona, to act as an ambassador to help educate the public on the science behind plastic pollution and its impact on the health of the oceans and mankind. And finally, hundreds of mourners turned out at the St. Andrew Parish Church on Thursday to pay final respects to the late former government minister Easton Wentworth Xavier Douglas. The congregation included Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who read the first lesson, and former Prime Ministers P.J. Patterson and Portia Simpson Miller, who both delivered tributes. Mr. Patterson noted that Mr. Douglas, who served as Minister of Health, Public Service and Environment and Housing, was a town planner by profession who ensured that thousands of Jamaicans received proper housing during his tenure in politics.
Easton's skills in physical planning and urban development were formidable, resulting eventually in his appointment as Chief Town Planner.
Mr. Douglas was Member of Parliament of Southeast St. Andrew from 1989 to 2002. He was also a Permanent Secretary, Government Town Planner, and the Minister responsible for the 1996 National Land Policy. The body of the late Easton Douglas was interred at the St. Dorothy's Church grounds in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.